Thank you for joining me once again for our weekly Wednesday live tutorial. I am streaming live on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and also my Facebook business page, which is also streaming into my events for anyone private Facebook group. If you're joining me the very first time, my name is May Yo Silvers. I'm the owner of M2 Hospitality, a multiple six-figure profit event planning company, and also the founder, event mentor, and coach for events for anyone, where we provide a mentorship program and also our $24, 24 courses business kickstart bundle for new business owners in the events field. My goal is to help all of you to turn your passion into a profitable business. Hence, we provide a 12-month mentorship program. Or if you want something quick and you don't know whether this is what you want to do for real as a business, our business kickstart bundle at $24 is your best bet with very little risk of investment, and it's very fast for you to be able to consume the content. Anyways, once again, thank you once again for joining me today during your lunchtime or taking time out to be here to learn something. Today's topic is how do you or what do you need to do in order to get clients to come back over and over again? Basically, how do we get repeat clients in short? All right. So today, for 30 minutes, I'm going to go over how I built my event planning company, M2 Hospitality, into a multiple six-figure profit business with a solid repeat clients base. All right. And overall, statistics have shown that in order to have a sustainable business, you need to have a mixture of new clients and repeat clients. And the studies have also shown that it is so much cheaper to be able to, it's so much cheaper from a business perspective, all right, to create repeat clients versus trying to get new clients. So energetically speaking, so your time, energy, effort, and money, it will cost you so much less to get repeat clients versus having to get new clients. And that's also the reason why I have a particular module in our Empire Builders mentorship program, which is for entrepreneurs in the events field who are already consistently making high five figures and want to go to six figures. I have a module that's just dedicated to how do we get more than one event from one client. And that's how I grow my event planning company, M2 Hospitality, into a multiple six-figure profit business. And we have been in business for 12 years. Hey, Buji Libra. Hello. Who else? Oh, I know. Who is this Buji Libra? Okay, I can't really see, like I'm 48. I'm getting old. Today I had my annual physical, and the practitioner was asking me if I'm able to see well. And I say that, well, if the font is big, I'm able to see well when it's far away. But if the font is small, I'm not able to see. So I basically have to start wearing glasses, in short, right? But anyways, growing old is not a bad thing, especially when you live a full life. So today I'm going to talk about how do we get people to keep booking you time and time again. When you want to have a sustainable business, okay? Hey, Jacqueline, thank you for joining me, and Keisha as well. So if you want to have a sustainable business, sustainable, profitable business, you need to start thinking about how does your client base look like, okay? The client base should have a combination of new clients and repeat clients. A healthy business should have at least 50% of your client base as repeat clients and the other 50% as new clients. As the business grows or with time, it fluctuates. Is it always going to be like this? No. Sometimes your repeat client base for M2 Hospitality at one point in time especially during COVID. It's 100% just repeat clients. All right. So there have been times in our business, it's 100% supported by repeat clients and no new clients. And that could be contributed by the fact that I may not be doing a lot of marketing activities, or I decided to take the year off and just focus on restructuring my business and not focusing on getting new leads, which is not something that I would suggest that you do until you are already at a stage in your business that you know that you have income coming in on a consistent basis, that you can actually afford to take the time to not build new client database. Okay. So in a perfect world, actually, I wouldn't even say perfect. In a real world, okay, this is not perfect. This is what it has to happen. It should be a good mix of 50%, maybe 65% of repeat clients, 35% of new clients, but in a perfect world, 50-50%. All right. So 50% of repeat clients, 50% of new clients. And I corrected myself by saying that it shouldn't be the perfect world. It should be what you should aim for, and it's totally achievable. Because if I can do it, so can you, right? The next person can do it too. It's nothing unique or abnormal or uncommon to have this kind of mixture if you do what you're supposed to do as a business owner in keeping your clients happy so that they rebook you again, and consistently spending time to market your business to get new leads. Okay. The problem is a lot of people spend a lot of time fulfilling their clients, which could be a first-time client. So you want to make sure that you give them the best service, correct? So they spend a lot of time in fulfilling the clients, but they don't spend enough time to market to new people. So the client base is skewed. So you have existing clients that is taking up 85% of your time, and you only leave 15% of your time to market to new clients. Of course, to new leads, right? Of course, the growth of getting new clients is very slow because you're not focusing the time. That's why if you ask me as a CEO of a six-figure profit business, how do I use my time? And I'm going to give you the strategy after this. Is how do I use my time? If I have a day and a day, 8 hours day, okay, fulfillment should not take up more than 30% of my time. Fulfillment should be 10 to 15, max 20% of my time, because a lot of the fulfillment, if possible, you should subcontract it out to someone who's cheaper than you, or who cannot do what you do, so that you can free up your time to do the sales producing activities. Okay. But if it's all you, then you have to be hyper efficient. So you need to spend no more than 20% of your time on client fulfillment work. And then if you already have events that you've done in the past, that means these clients becomes your past client. You need to start thinking about, how do I reactivate these past clients to become repeat clients? Or that means basically booking you again, okay? Giving you business one more time, two more times, three more times. You need to start thinking, how do I reactivate these people? Okay, so that should take up at least probably 30 to 35%, 40% of your time. Then the other remaining hours, which is 50%, at least 50% of your time, should be doing sales outreach to build brand visibility, and also to do direct sales outreach, talking to people, marketing your services. All right. So this is how I split my time. Now, let's go back to the topic of repeat clients. What inspired me to talk about this topic today was my daughter's birthday is in August, right? So for the last 2 years, I have been using this company who rents out giant water slides. And because her birthday is in summer and is super hot here in South Florida, she had requested for the last 2 years to have the water slides, all right, for her birthday. We have a huge piece of land where we can actually put that water slide. So I did it for 2 years ago and also last year. And this year, all right, this year was the very first time that I actually, so the last 2 years, the first year I reached out to them. I researched the company around my area who is renting large water slides. And then the second year, I reached out to them myself, all right, around June to book the water slide for her birthday on August 14th. So this year was the very first year that I received an email from this company, all right, and it pop up in my inbox, okay, to remind me to book the water slide in advance because they are getting a lot of requests in the summer. Says, please secure your requests in advance because we're getting a lot of requests for the summer. And we have noticed that the last 2 years, you have booked the water slide with us. And we would love to be able to provide the water slide for your daughter's birthday again this year. So this small itty bitty company, okay, this very, very small company is not like a big giant chain business. It is a small business in South Florida who provides water slides. They have, this year, they have decided to be more proactive in their sales outreach because last year I didn't get an email from them. This year they did. And they probably, okay, had somebody look over their database to see who has booked the water slide with them during this period of time for their event and when did they start booking. So they pull out the data and they found that I started booking with them in June for August event. So they automated, or maybe it's not automated, but they have their salespeople or marketing people to look at their list of database and handpick these people, okay? And I'm one of them, to send out an email, a personalized email, all right, to say the least. It's not just, hey, don't forget to book us for your next event. No, dear May, Mia's birthday is coming up, and our record showed that for the last 2 years, you have rented this water slide. And we would love to be able to provide the same, to be able to provide the water slide services if you are planning to do another water slide party. For me, I was like, well, first, you know my name, of course. Second, you know my daughter's name. You remember her birthday, that she's turning 9. And you also remember the size of the water slide that I booked. And you remember when I reached out to you for the last 2 years. So that got my interest. I was like, this company is doing something right. And then I start asking myself, have I been doing that for my own business? And I start thinking, how did I build a client base for M2 Hospitality, my event planning company, where I have a lot of repeat clients, all right? And the repeat client is not just year after year. I will have this same client who will book me for 2 to 3 times, sometimes 4, 5 events within a year. And then, not only that, they come back the next year for the same 4 to 5 events, sometimes increase to 8 events because their division has grown or their sales team has grown or their business has grown. And then at the same time, they also refer me to other companies or other divisions within the company. That's how I'm able to grow the business. But let's go back, okay? What did I do in order for them to keep coming back to me, right? That's the purpose of today's tutorial. So these people, right, as I was sharing, the water slide company, they took the time. They took their time, okay? They took time to look at who booked with them before. When did they book and what did they book? Okay? Who, when, and what. And then they shortlist the people and ask themselves, did we provide good experience for these people? Did they give us a review? Or how was the interaction with this client? Do we want to do business with them again? Okay, between you and me, you know that sometimes you do not want to work with the same person or business, right? Maybe because they're just not who they say they are, they didn't provide a good service, right? Or it's not a good experience working with this particular client. So they asked themselves these questions. I'm pretty sure they did. And then they realized, oh, with May, it's super easy. She knows what she wants, and she makes payment promptly, and she comes, and it's easy for installation, etc., etc. And then there you go. She is a perfect client for us. So therefore, they reach out to us. So in this case, what do I do? Do I do the same thing? When M2 Hospitality was growing, okay, I would say in the first 2 years, where we're still trying to make a name, we're still trying to grow our brand visibility, I have been a lot more conscientious in looking at, who booked event with us the first year when we are in our business. And then I did exactly what they did. I look at, they booked with event with us this year, the very first year of our business, and they book it around this time for the event around that time. So I started making sure that I put a reminder, because when I first started the business, I did not spend a lot of time, a lot of money on investing in software like ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, Flowdesk, all those email campaign companies. I did not invest in all those. So I actually did the manual work, and that's why I'm able to keep a lot of my profit, because I am very aware of how I should be spending the money. I spoke a few Wednesdays before, how you should be investing your money at different stage of your business, right? And I was saying, at different stage of your business, especially when you're young, when you're very, very new, the money that you should be spending is 100% directed to sales generating activities, not so much about supporting the business, okay? Software or people supporting the business. So I bootstrap and I did the manual work. I look at the database and I say, these companies, they actually booked me for the first year in our business. And I understand that this is a repeat business or repeat event. So I reach out to them. I set a calendar reminder on my phone to reach out to them in March next year, because this year, this is when they reach out to me. So I assume that they are going to start their planning process in March for the event that is in August. So I set a reminder on my phone and to say that reach out to ABC company on this day in March, and put a reminder 2 weeks before, and on the day on the day of the reminder of the action, okay, which is to reach out to them to ask them about the event in August. So that's what I did, okay, manually, right? No fancy software. And then when the day comes, I drafted an email and I say, hey, I use Jacqueline because you are live with me right now. Hello, Jacqueline. I hope all is well. Now I'm going to talk to you something about what about the in-between time, okay? So you don't just reach out of the blue a year later. These people, they did, but it's okay. It's, for me, just a water slide, it's no big deal. But we're talking about big money. We're talking about people who spend $10, $15, $20,000, $5,000 on event planning fees. So we are going to not just disappear on them after the event is over and then reach out to them a year later. It doesn't work like that, okay? So I'm going to backtrack later. What do I do in between? So on March, whatever, maybe March 1st, that's the reminder I put myself. I will write an email to, hi Jacqueline, hope all is well, right? I was looking at my record for last year that you reached out to us during this time for your event in August. And I'm checking in to see if have you started your planning process for this event this year. Are you still needing help to do ABC XYZ? Would love to be able to partner with you to do your event for this year. Let me know where you are in your planning process. Okay. I did not say, please reach out to me if you need help. Let me know where you are in your planning process, which is an open-ended question, which is they need to take an action. Okay. So let me know. All right. So that's what I used to do. As we grew bigger and bigger, I became a little bit lazy, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I was a little bit lazy, or I'm not as on top of it as I should be. So I haven't been doing that. But I have done something else. So this is what I do. So listen up, okay? And you should be doing this. All right. So what I do is this. For every single event that I finish with a client, okay, your first thing is you should always try to get a review. right? Testimonial or review. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get because, everybody move on with their life, you get busy, and then, they say, oh, yeah, they give it to you, and then they forgot, and then you feel bad to keep pestering them. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you don't do it. So you need to, of course, always ask for a review, right? A testimonial. Then you will want to be able to connect with them some way or form, either by email. So of course you have their email list, right? You have their email address. That's granted. By default, you must have an email sending out to them at least once a year. Okay. Then the next thing is you need to, and this is extremely important. You should do it. Okay. You should do it. There's no negotiation about it. Is you need to be connected to them on some form of a social media platform, either LinkedIn or Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All right, these four. You need to be able to connect with them on either of these platforms. So all my corporate clients, I connect with them through LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram. Okay, not so much on TikTok. So majority of them are on LinkedIn. Why is it important? Because you want to be able to stay top of mind in between from the moment the event ends to the next event. Now let's talk about social events, okay? Let's talk about you plan a wedding, right? It's not a repeating event every single year, right? So what do? So, or birthday party. Birthday party is a repeating event, but let's talk about weddings, once a lifetime thing. What do? I still have a reminders on my phone for all the couples that I plan their weddings. Can you believe this? And I have stopped doing weddings for 3-4 years already, or actually more than that. Actually, yeah, 3-4 years already. So I still have the reminder that this is Mike and Ruben's wedding anniversary. I have their birthdays as well. So when you're planning an event, you not only just talk about business, but you want to also get to know the person better. For all my corporate clients, I know all my clients' birthdays. Okay. I will have their birthday set on my phone as a reminder, and I will send them a gift. But if we haven't done business for a long time, I will still at least make the effort every single year, send them a card, electronic card, email, or text message. So you want to be able to get as much information as possible without being too intruding. During the planning process is get to know you. So they get to know you and you get to know them. So I will know who's married, who's not, who has children, how old are their children, and boy or girl, their names. I will put it all on my phone, okay, which is my little black book. Now, this is how you can separate yourself from the rest of your competitor, because now you just up-level yourself to not just another event planner, designer, or decorator. You are now going to be close to the friend level, okay? And we all know business is done between people who like one another, each other, all right? So I'm trying to elevate my likeness to these people, okay? And I want to like them, I want them to like me back. So in this case, I make sure that I still do what I'm supposed to do to be the top event planner that they hire me to be, okay? So I still do my job. I still fulfill my clients' requests, anything that they paid me to do. But on top of that, I make an effort to stay in contact. So when we are connected on social media, this is fantastic because I get to see what they're posting, okay? And they get to see what I'm posting. So the more I react or engage on their posts, the more the algorithm will show them what I post. So now we are developing on a cyber world, okay, on the online world, a relationship, okay? May not see each other every time, once a year, twice a year. No, we may not see each other or talk to each other, but we are connected in this way through text message or social media. So the next time when they want to plan an event or somebody asks them, who do you use to do events? Who do you think they will think about? Me, because I'm constantly on their feed, right? On their social media feed. And I'm engaging on their content, or they're engaging on my content. So it's extremely, extremely important that you need to be able to do that, okay? You need to be able to stay in contact in this social fashion, okay? And make an effort to send a thank you card during Thanksgiving. Say, I appreciate you for all the business that you give to us all these years, or I just want you to know that I'm super thankful to be able to do your event. So if you just did a wedding, you put the anniversary, what do? Next year, you can send an anniversary gift, which is what I did, okay? Or send an anniversary card, or send an anniversary congratulation message, right? Okay, if they divorce, then okay, then they will tell you. Then that's another story for another day, right? Nowadays, we're also doing divorce parties, but whatever. So they divorce, that means there's a possibility they can remarry. Then there you go, you got another wedding to do, okay? The groom and the bride. So you just have 2 more bookings, all right? But anyways, so if they're still married, right, you wish them a happy anniversary, and then life, right? Life continues. And if you know that they wanted to start a family, what's the next party that you can plan? Their baby shower, okay? After their baby shower, what's the next party you can plan? Which is their baby's first birthday. And then what's the next party you can plan? Which is their vow renewal, right? So, and then what's the next party you can plan? Which is their child's graduation party or yearly birthday party, right? So now you just got several events from this particular client. So therefore, they become a repeat client, correct? And not to mention, they will refer you to their friends and family, right? So it is not just one time and done, regardless whether it's a corporate event or a social event. But you need to make the effort, okay? You need to make the effort to get to know them, so you have some personal information about them, and then put it on your calendar. Put it on your calendar to reach out to them, to wish them well wishes for any occasions. And when it's a corporate event, put it on your calendar to check in with them. And when it's a corporate event, we're connected on LinkedIn. That's when I see what they're posting, or they see what I'm posting. So this is a practice that you need to do on a regular basis. Remember, for those of you who are inside our paid community, regardless whether you are a life support community or in our mentorship program, remember we have a co-working session every month, and the co-working session has one particular activity that we have to do, sales and marketing outreach. This is the time that you sit down every single month and bang out all your emails and automate all your messages going out. So, or take the time to reach out to social media, on a social platform, checking in, how are you doing? I saw in your post that day that you went to travel to this place. It looks really great. Who helped you plan the itinerary? Or I saw in your post that day that you were not feeling so well. How are you feeling? Are you feeling better? So these are all different ways to do sales outreach, okay? And if you continuously do this, your repeat client base will grow. We have a lot of people with us online today about this session. Those of you who are with me online, how many of you actually make this effort to do it, to reach out to your clients from the end of the event all the way until God knows when, but it becomes a repeating exercise, and also to set a reminder to check in with them if it's a repeat event next year? Are you ready to plan for your party? So it becomes an email automation. How many of you are actually doing that? Because I will start incorporating that myself. When the craziness of events go by, I'm going to sit down and dedicate like one whole week and start looking at my database of many, many clients and see who can I reactivate. Because it's so much cheaper to reactivate a past client, because they have already used your services before. They know how much you cost. They know your level of service and your level of professionalism. And there is no risk to invest in you again. Versus when you're trying to get a new client, there is so many things that you have to do. You need to follow up. You need to reach out. You need to continuously show them value, that you really know what you're doing. And also to mitigate the risk of investing in you, especially you charge a lot of money. Like in my case, I charge 5 figures for my fees. So all those things, you need to be able to consistently work on those in order to gain that new client, whereas those hard work that you put in have gotten you this particular client, and you don't have to do the same thing for this particular client again. You just have to stay in touch because they have already experienced you. The risk of investing in you is no longer there. So it's now just maintaining the relationship. Okay, so some of you have said that you haven't been doing it, right? It's okay. It's never too late to start. Okay, especially when you're a new business, make an effort to start putting in all those reminders, all those dates, all those information, right, on your phone or on your database, your CRM, to be able to have all this information at the tip of your fingers. And by the way, when you do one day grow the business to a certain level and you want to sell it, this information are what people will pay top dollar for. Okay, client information. Okay, it's not how much money your business brings in that's important, but anything, all the information about your client, all these are valuable information for their sales team. So if somebody were to put a value on your business, your value will go up if you have done a great job in doing that. That's why I know, and I'm keeping very clean records of all my clients' records, right? Because I know if one day if I were to sell my business, then this is going to fetch a higher value for my business. Okay, as we quickly, and I want to wrap up very soon. I talk a lot about all the different ways to stay in contact, right, with your existing clients after the event is over. How do you continue to stay in contact so it doesn't become awkward when you reach out to them a year later, right? All these ways, all these strategies to stay in contact. But you also want to not forget about building new clients, because without these new clients, you will not be able to do this part 2. So you got to get your part 1 right, which is doing your sales outreach, your marketing outreach. Continue to show up to do your job as a CEO of your business, to bring brand visibility, continue to market, continue to sell. Okay, then you convert a lead to become a client, and then you can do part 2, which is maintaining the relationship. So over time, you will get an equal mix of existing clients and past clients. Okay, existing clients, past clients, and repeat clients. So the flow is going to look like this: a lead becomes a client becomes an existing client when you are fulfilling the event, an existing client becomes a past client, and this past client will be reactivated to become a repeat client. That is the chart. Okay, and every single step requires different form of action. All right, so hopefully today's session have given you some insight on how to reactivate some past clients and how to start building the structure to turn your existing clients to go to past clients, to reactivate them into repeat clients. All right, thank you so much for your time today. Before I go, once again, I always have a CTA. Now, if you need accountability, okay, you need accountability, you need the guidance on doing all those things, all these things. This is in addition to whatever you have to do for your business. Then consider joining our live support community. Our live support community is run by our coaches, and I also come in to do, a month-end accountability call or hot seat call with me. So this is a community who have people who are at different stages of their business, been through and done that. So you shortcut your learning process, and the graph, the chart of you learning is no longer vertical, it's smoother. And if you need accountability, our co-working session is going to help you, right? You show up, block those times in the evening, right? It's only 3 co-working sessions, all right? If you cannot dedicate 3 hours to work on your business, then you have no business to run a business. That's all I can say. So if you need accountability to show up, to do your work, our co-working sessions is to help you. And we also do mindset course, which is what I call personal development course. The month of August, we talk about building consistency. Next month, we're going to talk about managing expectation, because the expectation is not met. That is what kills motivation and inspiration, and then you stop showing up. So next month, we're going to talk about managing expectation. Is your expectation realistic? How do you manage it? How do you know whether you're hitting expectation, or you are aiming too low, or you're aiming too high? So next month, that is our topic. So if you want to join us for our live support community, is a month-to-month subscription fee, $17 a month. If you don't feel like it, just terminate. If you feel like it, continue. All right. So I look forward to welcoming new members inside our live support community. And before I go, work hard. All right. Business can only flourish if you stay to course, if you continue to show up for your business. But also remember to take some time to take care of yourself and also spend time with your family. And this is a long Labor Day weekend. I wish all of you a safe, enjoyable Labor Day weekend where you get to be with yourself and also with your loved ones. Thank you, everybody. Talk to you again next week.